Hey guys, Sheena here with Olle Gardens. Thanks for signing in to watch this video, and it's just going to be a new adventure for us. So there's been a break in the high tunnel water system. Our drip irrigation is piped underground through PVC, and then the nozzles come above ground and go down the drip tape. The nozzles that come out, my brother stepped on one, and I'll show you a picture here. He stepped on one and it broke the top, which that's usually what happens. The little nozzle where you switch them on and off will usually break, and there'll be some issue there. Normally, that's it. This particular case, I wasn't there when he stepped on it, so I don't know if he tripped. I don't know, but it broke below the ground into the T, which I'll show you here. And many of you that subscribe and follow us on social media know that we recently had a death in the family, and we are preparing to head out of town to attend that funeral and just be with the family. We need the high tunnel to be able to be self-sufficient while we're gone. And so where this broke means I can't cut that individual row off, which means that there can be no watering happening in the high tunnel, because the water will just bubble up from under the ground, as I'll show you in a moment, because I'm going to have to cut it on long enough for the dirt to clear from the line so I can see clearly what needs to be done. Now, I went to Home Depot yesterday and purchased some supplies that I believe are going to be sufficient to get this taken care of, but I'm not quite sure. So we'll see when we get out there and evaluate things up close and personal. And with me to repair our spot, these are some of the, this is the, what's this, a T joint, an extra one just in case that one breaks, the tape for threading. This is the thing that went with us to the, that broke off, and I took it with me to Home Depot to make sure I got the right thing. Do these chickens be tripping? Okay, so here's my elbow joints. We'll see.
So y'all can use this.
Yeah, so that and oh, okay, yeah, of course we gotta have this. This is our, what is this called? PVC cement. All right. We had one of those pipe. We have one of those pipe thingamabobbers that you kind of ratchets. But since I had this accident some years ago, it really has become harder for me to. How do you open this thing? Do certain things that require a lot of hand strength, pinch nerve. So I think I'm going to be using my, what's this thing called? Rotary tool. Well, that's not what I know it by, but I can't think of the word right now. So we have power, thankfully, to the high tunnel that will allow me to be able to do this. Here I am just running the water to push the dirt and mud out of the pipe to see clearly how to work. At it. It looks like our tea is good. Look at all that water in there. All right, this is what we got. I don't see anything broken off in the tea, but I'm gonna have to wait for some of that water to clear. Jeez. Let me see if I can scoop some of it out. Okay, our water is just about gone down. I was watching how fast it was going down. I was like, I don't think there's going to be a need for a scooping anything out. This goes in here. Right. I don't know how far in it's supposed to go. No, it is broken. It's broken in there, and that's why. That is why this won't go into it. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut here, and here as closely as I can. And jeez, I think I have to get a different part. I'm gonna have to get another part. Shoot. I'm sure there is a better technique that someone who is more experienced would have used and make this work. But for me, spoiler alert, it did not work. Eventually, the blade that I had attached to the Dremel tool broke, and then we had to reorganize. All right. Time to phone a friend. Okay, so it's the next day. I was able to catch hubby on the way home from work. Thankfully, Home Depot was right on his way home, and he was able to go ahead and get the pipe cutters, the ones that I said that I couldn't use, or we were worried that I couldn't use, and we're gonna see if I can use them. He also got some more pieces that I'm gonna need to connect everything, since we did realize that that T has to go for sure. Just being inexperienced and not fully knowing what I'm doing and just kind of playing it by ear, I didn't realize I was gonna need those pieces until I had left Home Depot. And I was on the phone with my husband, and then another conversation with my son, and then it was like, well, if you need the T, you're gonna end up needing these other pieces too, but let's just hope, right? And so we got there, I bought the T and I bought the elbow joints as well, and then we got there and realized, as you saw in the previous clip, we got everything cleared out, that dirt, so that we could clearly see what was going on, and realized we did need it. So he has gotten everything. I've read the instruction on the PVC C-nut. It needs to sit for a minimum of 4 hours, and so I'm going to try to get this done as early as I can. I was supposed to be up and at him at 6, but y'all, it's 7:48 now. So get some coffee in me, maybe just a little bite to eat, and then Brian and I are gonna head outside and get working on things. The timing of it all is absolutely terrible, but it is what it is. Life on life. And so normally when we're getting ready to head out of town, there's a lot of prep work that we need to do with the animals, making sure that they have extra feed, extra waters and things, depending on how many days we're going to be gone, and depending on if we have someone coming by every day to monitor them. The dogs are usually boarded, and the cats are usually left with a surplus of food outside, and the inside cats are just inside. So like everything generally works out pretty well, but adding this extra caveat onto it with the water situation is I'm mad. Beat somebody up. I ain't gonna beat him up though. I ain't gonna beat him up. Alright, I'll be back with y'all once we get back out into the hot tub. Okay, so next day, I'm out here in the hot tub. I already said it was the next day. Here's the ratcheting PVC cutter. Get it open. It's got a little clamp on the bottom. It's a lot like the one that we have used that I used in the past. Actually, I feel like it's a little smaller, and so it might work better for my little short fat hands. So, but I'm gonna leave that there for now. All right, so what we have to do, these are those pieces that Terry brought for me. So I'm gonna need to build a little piece to replace what I'm about to cut out. But right now we're gonna go ahead and get that cut out, and then after that we'll work on building our segment back to repair the spot. Where's my quick release at? Bruh, this is the kind of crap only I can do. Oh, Lord. Okay, I guess that button was not what I thought it was. Y'all, I think I got it back in. So don't press that button again, right? Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see if I can get the other side. Alright. Yay. So I'm going to let that water drain. And it's perfect because I need to take this and work with and build our piece that's going to go in there to repair this. So let's get us moved back up. This is my piece here. Right? So it needs to be at least that long, but I have to use these adapters on the sides, right? So, go away, Keith. I don't want to see you. That's the rooster. He's trying to figure out how to get in. Oh, this is going to be fun. There, so we got that. All right, I'm not gonna pull you down there because this takes a lot to situate this camera. I'm gonna go and test this and cut off some more pieces. I think I ended up cutting off about another inch total from both sides in order to get this to fit securely. All right, so yeah, we're on pretty good middle, which I'm trying to do to make sure that our drip tape is where it needs to be in the middle, even though we don't have anything currently on this row. That is the goal before the fall season is over, is to have something here. So now that I know this fits, I'm going to pull it back out, even though it took a lot of work to get it on. There's some dirt there. I've dried them, rinsed them, and now I'm drying them. Yes, with my shirt. Okay, there's our elbow and no, T. This is our T. Get these words right. We're using this PVC cement. Oh Lord, here we go with this again. Over just this year alone, trying to open stuff, I used to be a whiz at this. Am I supposed to shake this? You know what? Just be on the safe side. There, we shook it. Alright. And this is what we look like. Oh yeah, this is familiar. Start with this piece here. We're gonna just do right around that. And inside here where it's going, lid back on, and we're gonna push it in. Gonna hold, I think it said for 30 seconds. With Terry's work schedule and everything that's going on now with the funeral and grieving, I just wanted to try to do this myself and take as much off of him as possible. And it's not uncommon for me to try to take on projects that may seem out of my depth, but it's kind of how I learn. So this is definitely out of my depth, but I was here when we did help the installer install this drip irrigation. So I mean, it's been about 6 years, 2019, 2020, 5 years. Okay. All right, so that's in. Now, supposedly 4 minutes, and this should be good to go for just like normal use. I wanted to just like get it done before it got to the point where I was suffocating out here. So have any of you, as far as my ladies, do you guys have experience in plumbing? Do you want to gain experience in it? It seems like it's one of those fields where it's mainly men predominated, and I see why. Like, I don't want to go under a house, which I don't think the men necessarily want to either, but spiders are my thing. Like, can't do the spiders. Now, I can deal with a snake, a rat, lizard, but if something crawls like an insect on me, it's a good chance it's over. About $35 total for everything that has been purchased so far. We can say $40 just to be on the safe side. That's $40 that's no longer in the budget. You know, it's like a bag and a half of feed, a tank of gas. Everything is, we're not gonna measure in groceries because groceries are just too expensive. And in this case, it's just my time is so valuable because I really need this to work the first time. I don't have time to go back and forth with it because I haven't packed a thing. One thing, well, no, I take it back. I did start packing like road trip snacks and stuff. I did start doing that. But that's it. No clothes, no toothbrush, no toothpaste, nothing. I ain't got time. Gonna put on our final piece and let's see if I can do it the right way this time. I'm gonna do it and go here real quick and here real quick and smush it together. Okay, I'm tired. We are at the moment of truth where, you know, we're going to be putting the connections actually in the ground on the pieces, and it's scary. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I don't know how this is going to go, but here's our piece. I can do the elbow and the little piece that comes out with this in the ground. It's actually, I prefer to do it that way. That way I can try to keep it level with the ones that are already in the ground, kind of, sort of. So, here we go. I think I'm going to try to do this side first. Crazy is you really need to be able to do both, but I can't. I am not that experienced. So, prayers. Here we go. Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to do it over here because I don't want the stuff to fall on the ground. Can't see me, but currently putting the blue stuff inside. And now I'm putting it outside. And now I'm rushing to get it on. And somehow I am still too short. I know what I did wrong. I know exactly what I did wrong. So what are my options at this point? Okay, my options are to cut this back some more. Glad he bought extra. He bought like 4 of them, even though I should only need 2. So, he knows me well. Alright, I gotta dig out some more too then, I think. I'll try to measure about what I took out, minus some because of these adapters. I swear, little brothers are such a pain. Oh, come on. I know I went a little crazy with the cement, but I mean, I know better now. I didn't then. Give me a break. yeah. I feel like I should just like let that sit for a while before even doing anything else, because I could just waste more pieces. But at the same time, I'm riding on a prayer and hoping that this is going to work and that it did work. So I don't know. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish. I'm gonna go ahead and finish. Okay, so what I need to do now is get this fitted for here, and I'm gonna get the piece that came out and try to get a good measurement for that. So see our length there, give or take. I think I'm gonna go like right here where this barcode is at. Ouch, that hurt. I'm sorry, y'all. I got y'all at such a crazy angle, but this is wild. Like this is some crazy. This is some crazy. I'm down here on this ground. I am down here on this ground, on my belly, just waiting to get bit by an ant. Okay. I mean, despite all this craziness, I am kind of proud of myself for even trying. I was just on the phone with a friend who, although she has no experience whatsoever in mechanics, looked up a YouTube video, and her and her son put on a master brake cylinder onto their vehicle, and like, wow. And I told her, I was like, you know, women are not here doing those kind of things today, so I commend you for the effort, for trying, and it works. Like, she hasn't had any problems with it, and I pray she doesn't. But like, wow. And so I'm praying that also this is gonna work out for us. I'm not gonna connect anything to this, and I'm gonna keep a close eye on it, and I'm gonna see if I can have a neighbor come by and check it around the time it's supposed to water each day, while we're gone, just to make sure we don't end up owing the city a bunch of money. It's done real quick, but this is the elbow piece, and into here screws the switch to turn it on and off. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm gonna go ahead and use our blue cement and get this on. I'm sorry I don't have you turned the right way, but I will get you turned around in a second. And this, I believe, is going to be a little bit higher up off the ground, and I'm thinking I'm gonna like see if I can get the boys to come up with like some type of protection going down this road, like maybe like some wood or something, where you would step on the wood before you would actually hit the piping, because this is too much work. And accidents do happen, and I know that. Brian just tends to be more accident prone than most of us, and you know, it is what it is. I'm working on maneuvering some things to where he doesn't have to come in here so much. So let me get you down here. Okay, so now I got to get a nozzle. This is what we're looking like right now. So I need to get one of the nozzles that screw in here that have the switch to turn on and off. And I have some extras. Thank goodness. Battery is getting lower and lower. Let's see if we can get this done before it dies. Okay, so this tape here, it goes around here in the threads to make this secure. Oh, now this part is something I've done frequently enough, like, because usually when we have to replace these, we're not replacing all of this. Is like this whole setup is not, it's just this part that's being replaced. So oh shoot, this part I am very familiar with, and I don't want to put too much of this because it makes it even harder. It makes it harder to screw on, which is kind of the point, because you want it to, you know. All right, and then we just screw it in. My phone has been running off the hook today. Ain't that the way it is? Like, when you don't need to be bothered or want to be bothered, everybody and their mama daddy. But for me, it's not really, it's just spam. Come on, we just need one more rotation here. I hear my wrist popping. My goodness, I'm getting old. Too old to be out here on my belly. Okay, so this is the off position. Okay, and that's it. I say that's it, like, you know, that was simple and easy. It was not. It was not simple. It was not easy. And I'm dirty and sweaty and I'm mad. Look at me. It wasn't easy. I'm dirty, I'm sweaty, and I'm mad. And Brian, you better stay out of my way.
Okay, I'll stay out of your way.
It's been over 4 hours. Been working for the rabbits and chickens over there. They don't even pay overtime. I don't even understand. Like, I'm gonna have to get another job. Can't deal with this mistreatment. I'm about to set a manual water now and test our pipe and see where we're at. I'm looking for even like the slightest drip. I only set it for a minute just in case, but now I'm gonna let that minute go, and then I'm gonna do a routine water. I've cut off the schedule also. Our watering schedule is off. Okay, it just finished, and sometimes there's a pushback of pressure after it finishes. I don't see any activity, so I'm gonna put our I'm gonna schedule it for a 30-minute water, and I'm just gonna stay and just monitor it just to be on the safe side. I'm still kind of nerve-wracked on this whole situation, but let's see, we have about 6 minutes left on our timer for our 25-minute. I went ahead and put us on the fall schedule because it is a tad bit cooler. So 25 minutes. We have about 5 minutes left now, so 20 minutes have gone by, and I don't see any signs of anything at this point. I'm still keeping a close eye, but yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. I'll check it again in the morning. By the time this video posts, we will have made it back from our I'm just gonna call it a trip. We will have made it back from visiting with the family and mourning our loss together, and life will continue. Life will go on. It's really weird to think about death and life and all of the things in between, but I'm really excited and happy, even though it may not seem like it right now, to have gotten this project done and to be able to have done it single-handedly. Feels really good, and it feels like a win in a sea of losses. And when life is as crazy as it is nowadays, you gotta take every single win and celebrate it. The other day I was celebrating bell peppers. Today I'm celebrating the successful installation and repairing of this drip irrigation. I hope this video inspired you to try something new, to step outside of your comfort zone at the very least, and take steps to grow big, whether that's a garden, whether that's your faith, whether that's your love, whether it's flowers. Just grow. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.